Hello everyone, welcome you all in Anthropology Insight classes, and today's lecture is Middle and Upper Paleolithic Culture in India. So let's start. Middle and Upper Paleolithic Culture in India. Indian Paleolithic is divided in lower, middle and upper Paleolithic stages, of which middle and upper are included under Middle Stone Age in India. In case of India, here both upper and middle Paleolithic are included under Middle Stone Age, while in case of Europe, only middle Paleolithic is included in Middle Stone Age, and Mesolithic culture is also known as Middle Stone Age. But here, in case of India, we have middle and upper Paleolithic, which are included under Middle Stone Age in India. And earlier, because of the absence of a specific stratigraphic context for Middle Stone Age in India, Indian archaeologists have not identified it as a separate Stone Age. So, because of the absence of a specific stratigraphic context, इंडियन आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट ने एक इसको मींस मिडिल पैलेथिक कल्चर को एक सेपरेट स्टोन एज के रूप में आइडेंटिफाई नहीं किया था. आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट एक्सप्रेस डाउट्स अबाउट द एक्सिस्टेंस ऑफ एन अपर पैलेथिक स्टेज in India, but later excavations in many Indian sites, namely Karnool caves and open-air sites of Renigunta in Andhra Pradesh, Bhimbetka caves in Madhya Pradesh, and Patna in Maharashtra, gave clear-cut evidence of Upper Paleolithic culture in India. Around second decade of 20th century, Indian Paleolithic tools got nomenclature of Series 1 tools for 4 tools, Series 2 for flake tools, and Series 3 for blade tools. Although in 1930, Kamade and Burkitt reported flake tools from Andhra Pradesh, but till 1960, separate Middle Paleolithic was not identified. Earlier authors believe that it is exogenous in origin and has link with Sanghao finds of Pakistan. तो कुछ ऑथर्स ने माना कि ये मिडिल पैलेथिक जो ओरिजिन इसकी ओरिजिन जो एक्सोजीनस है मीन्स ये बाहर से आया है और यहाँ पर जो इसके क्योंकि प्रमाण स्ट्रेटिग्राफिक जो है हमें एविडेंसेस नहीं मिल रहे थे एंड दैट्स व्हाई सम ऑथर्स फाउंड दैट इट इज एक्सोजीनस इन ओरिजिन एंड इट हैज लिंक विद संघाव फाइंड्स ऑफ पाकिस्तान एंड तहशीक तास ऑफ सेंट्रल एशिया. तो ये यहाँ का नहीं है, ये बाहर से ही यहाँ पर इस तरह के ट्रेड्स एंटर हुए हैं ऐसा मानना था कुछ ऑथर्स का. But means the credit to discover the number of Middle Paleolithic sites from India goes to H.D. Sankalia. It was he who, for the first time in 1956, recorded and demonstrated the flake tools from Nevasa on River Pravara and in Maharashtra at Godavari from North Karnataka. He made river valley surveys among the Narmada Valley, Son, Burhabalang, Krishna and other various tributaries and found that not only the Nevasian industry but other sites also give evidence of flake tools from India. तो बिफोर 1956 या कह सकते हैं कि till 1960 we have no evidences of Middle Paleolithic culture in India, but the work of H.D. Sankalia on Narmada Valley and Nevasa and Godavari, Krishna means along these rivers, Burhabalang river, तो इतनी ये सारी rivers और उनकी various river tributaries के sites पे उनको तमाम ऐसे फैक्ट्स मिले, एविडेंसेस मिले टूल्स के रूप में और दूसरे रिमेन्स के रूप में कि उन्होंने पाया कि नहीं यहाँ पर भी इंडिया में भी मिडिल पैलेथिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पाई जाती हैं और उसके आधार पर फिर मिडिल पैलेथिक टूल्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया गया एंड देन द स्टेजेस ऑफ मिडिल पैलेथिक एंड अपर पैलेथिक आर क्लासिफाइड इन केस ऑफ इंडियन पैलेथिक. Now, Middle Paleolithic can no longer be identified as separate phenomena as Subbarao thought in 60s. तो 60s में सुब्बाराव ने माना कि Middle Paleolithic एक separate phenomena है, but by the work of H.D. Sankalia जो Middle Paleolithic को हमने इसी में include किया. And Middle Paleolithic is a central and Deccan Indian phenomena. ये माना गया था on the basis of some findings that it is only a Central and Deccan India phenomena, but the recent findings of site from Solan, Kalka and Shimla ranges by Mohapatra and Hokra and Bada Puskar sites from Rajasthan deserts are another examples of this culture from North India. So not only Central and Deccan Indian, it's not only a Central and Deccan Indian phenomena, it is also found from North Indian sites like Solan, Kalka and Shimla ranges, and Boda Paskar and Hokda from Rajasthan. Raw material showed complete change from lower to middle Paleolithic. Means in early lower Paleolithic culture, we found that all the tools are mainly made on quartzite rocks. But in case of middle Paleolithic, the most of the tools are made on glossy rocks like jasper, flint, obsidian and chalcedony. तो यहाँ पर हमें जो इनके रॉ मटेरियल में चेंज मिलता है, ये एक बहुत यूनिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है इंडियन मिडिल पैलेolithic की कि यहाँ पर टोटली चेंज इन रॉ मटेरियल, बट इन केस ऑफ सम साइट्स लाइक इन भीमबेटका रॉ मटेरियल इज नॉट चेंज्ड. तो रॉ मटेरियल यहाँ पर चेंज नहीं होता है, बट फ्रॉम अदर मिडिल पैलेolithic साइट्स we found that there is a change in raw material. Tools are mainly side scrapers, scraper cum borer, जो कि side scrapers are the characteristic tool of the Middle Paleolithic Europe, and here also in case of Middle Paleolithic India, we found side scrapers, borers, end scrapers, burins, hand axes, cleavers, and along with the retouched blades. So these are the some Middle Paleolithic tools which are founded from India, and Sankalia proposed that most of the Middle Paleolithic industry in India having a predominant variety of scrapers and borers. तो यहाँ पर जो सबसे जो ज्यादा मात्रा में हमें जो टूल्स मिले हैं मिडिल पैलेolithic टूल्स, दीज आर द स्क्रैपर्स एंड बोरर्स. लीप पॉइंट्स यहाँ पर उतनी नहीं मिलती हैं लाइक इन यूरोप के केस में हमें मिडिल एंड अपर पैलेolithic कल्चर से कुछ लीप पॉइंट्स भी मिलते हैं, पर हियर वी हैव लेस एविडेंसेस ऑफ लीप पॉइंट्स, एंड फ्रॉम अपर पैलेolithic बहुत ही कम लीप पॉइंट्स मिली है, कुछ एक आधी साइड में लीप पॉइंट्स के प्रमाण मिलते हैं. बट इन मिडिल पैलेolithic मोस्ट ऑफ द टूल्स वेयर स्क्रैपर्स एंड बोरर्स. And Sankalia proposed that these tools like scrappers and borers were probably designed to shape the weapons of hunting and trapping in wood, bone, or antler. So he found that these are the tools which were used by the man of that time to shape the weapons of hunting and trapping. Okay, then time period of this Middle Paleolithic culture in India is around 39,000 years ago to 23,000 years ago. Middle Paleolithic sites, महाराष्ट्र, राजस्थान और सेंट्रल इंडिया में नर्मदा वैली से मिलते हैं. तो इस तरह सबसे पहले फर्स्ट वी कम फ्रॉम गो टू महाराष्ट्र. इन महाराष्ट्र फ्रॉम गोदावरी वैली नंबर ऑफ साइट्स लाइक नेवासा, बेलपंडारी, Suregaon, Kalegaon, and Nandur Madhmeshwar are found. So these are the various sites which were found from Godavari Valley in Maharashtra. Of these sites, the most important site is Nevasa. Nevasa site के नाम पर ही इसको Nevasian culture भी कहा जाता है. And this site is very important site from Middle Paleolithic India. It is an open air site on the bank of river Pravara in Maharashtra. And the evidences are large chunky jasper of various shades with several Levalloisian flakes. तो Levalloisian flake tools यहाँ पर मिलते हैं जो कि jasper raw material पर बनाए गए हैं. So here we have different raw material than the lower Paleolithic jasper. So mostly in middle Paleolithic sites we have the raw material change in raw material like flint, jasper, etc. And the most prominent type was side scraper. Then comes the borer, and several of them are thin and leaf-shaped, flanked, shouldered point. तो इसमें बहुत सारे मीन्स जो मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट टाइप है जैसा कि मिडिल पैलिथिक के कल्चर में यूरोप में भी हम लोगों ने देखा कि साइड स्क्रैपर इज द मोस्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक टूल ऑफ द मिडिल पैलिथिक, एंड हियर आल्सो इन केस ऑफ नेवासियन कल्चर the most prominent type is side scraper, and the other tools are borer and leaf shaped point or tanked points, shouldered points. तो जो स्क्रैपर, तो जैसा कि यूरोप पढ़ा रहे थे तभी हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था कि स्क्रैपर लुक्स लाइक दिस. तो इसमें साइड स्क्रैपर्स, बिकॉज दीज टू लेटरल बॉर्डर्स आर scrap, means here the flakes are detached from two lateral borders, so it is side scraper, and this is the prominent and most characteristic tool of the Middle Paleolithic culture. And then some thin leaf point tanked and shouldered points are found, जो कि ये कुछ पॉइंट्स हैं जो कि शोल्डर्ड हो सकते हैं इस तरह के, और जो कि हमको यूरोप के कल्चर में भी मिले थे. Europe, Middle Paleolithic and Upper Paleolithic, we also get thin leaf shape, shoulder and tank points. And then comes the borer. Borer is a tool which is which here we have pointed end. Means एक स्क्रैपर में ही जब ऊपर की तरफ एक पॉइंटेड एंड फॉर पियर्सिंग पर्पस के लिए बना देते हैं, दैट बिकम्स अ बोरर. तो इन इंडियन मिडिल पैलिथिक वी हैव scrapper cum borer, means earlier it was made scrapper, and then those scrappers were retouched in the manner that they become a borer. तो the upper end means end जो उनका है वो borer like structure बन जाता है, but the sides are still scrapper, so that is why these tools are called as scrapper cum borer. तो स्क्रैपर कम बोरल टूल्स हमको मिडिल पैलिथिक साइड से मिलते हैं, जो दोनों ही फीचर्स रखते हैं, which have the characteristics of both scrappers and borers at the same time. That is why these are called as scrapper cum borer. So we have side scrappers, borer, and thin and leaf shaped points from this Middle Paleolithic Nevasian culture. Then comes the Rajasthan luni industry. So this luni industry and Nevasian culture, these are the sites which have both means और lower Paleolithic के भी उनमें प्रमाण मिलते हैं. We have the evidences of lower Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic. तो ये कुछ ऐसी साइट्स है जिनमें हमें सभी जो है प्रमाण मिलते हैं. Luni was excavated by V. N. Mishra. Luni was excavated by V. N. Mishra and is located at several kilometers south and southeast of Didwana, more varied and richer in its content than Nevasa and reworked flakes. तो यहाँ पर reworked flakes मिलते हैं. तो यहाँ पर जो content है it is more richer and varied, ज्यादा वेरिएशंस मिलते हैं हमको नेवासा के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, और यहाँ पर रिवर्क फ्लेक्स मिलती, मींस फ्लेक्स आर अगेन वर्क्ड, तो इसमें रीवर्किंग की गई है, दैट इज व्हाई हियर मोर वेरिड एंड रिचर कंटेंट आर फाउंड. देन टूल टाइप्स है साइड स्क्रैपर, जिसमें कॉनकेवो कॉन्वेक्स एंड कॉनकेवो कॉन्वेक्स टूल्स आर फाउंड, स्क्रैपर्स आर फाउंड. Various points are found. Burins. In case of Nevasa, we have no burin evidences, but here we have burins. Side choppers are found in which the sides are chopped. चॉपर तो जैसा कि जब हमने लोअर पैलिथिक यूरोप पढ़ा था तो चॉपर पढ़ा था कि या मिडिल इंडिया में भी मतलब अर्ली लोअर पैलिथिक में भी इंडिया में चॉपर एंड चॉपिंग टूल्स मिलते हैं, पेबल फ्लेक ट्रेडिशन इन सोहन वैली. But here the choppers are side choppers, means अक्सर क्या होता है इसमें end जो point होता है that is used for chopping, but here side and side means two lateral borders are also made for scraping or cutting purpose. That is why these are known as side choppers. Then burins are found जिसमें कि एक transverse cutting edge होता है, तो these are burins. And then hand axes, cleavers or edged blades, जैसे कि hand axes and cleavers are the tools of lower Paleolithic, and here also we have hand axes and cleavers along with edged blades. So these are the various tools from the Middle Paleolithic luni industry. Then upper Paleolithic types are also found here in luni, जो कि नेक्स्ट जब अपर पैलिथिक पढ़ेंगे तो वहां पे भी हमको अपर पैलिथिक के भी प्रमाण इसी लूनी इंडस्ट्री से मिलते हैं. तो लूनी में हमें लोअर पैलिथिक, मिडिल पैलिथिक एंड अपर पैलिथिक तीनों ही जो कल्चर के प्रमाण मिलते हैं. नेवासा आल्सो वी हैव ऑल द थ्री evidences from all the three cultures. Then this site is very young than Nevasa and Kurnool. तो Nevasa और Kurnool से थोड़ा ये means young है ये site luni industry because the tools are found from later years than the Nevasa. Then comes the Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, Kurnool, Chittoor, and Nalgonda. These are the various regions from where we have the evidences of the Middle Paleolithic tools. And the important sites are Ramatirtham Pai and Raigir Bagu on Krishna River. These are the two important sites from Kurnool. And the raw materials do not show any change from lower Paleolithic to Middle Paleolithic. And here the raw material is quartzite, which was used in lower Paleolithic India. तो लोअर पैथिक में ही जो क्वार्टजाइट में टूल्स बनते थे सेम वैसा ही यहाँ पर भी हमको कुर्नूल चित्तूर और नालगोंडा से प्रमाण मिलते हैं कि रॉ मटेरियल शोज नो चेंज एंड सेम वे भीमबेटका आल्सो शोज नो चेंज इन रॉ मटेरियल तो हियर इन आंध्र प्रदेश साइड्स एंड भीमबेटका from Narmada Valley don't show any change in raw material from lower Paleolithic, but all other Middle Paleolithic sites in India show change in raw material like Nevasa and other Didwana and other. So they show the change in raw material, but these two sites don't show any change in raw material like Andhra Pradesh sites and Bhimbetka from Narmada Valley. Kamed was first to collect the large number of tools from Kurnool. So it was Kamed who first collected the large number of tools, Middle Paleolithic tools from Andhra Pradesh, Kurnool, and tool making technique is found that they make these tools with the help of cylinder hammer technique. Means with the help of bone as a hammer, they made tools here. And tools are disc-shaped round scrapers. यहाँ पर round scrapers मिलते हैं. These are round scrapers which have both lateral and upper end as a scraper. Here all around जो है हमको scrapping edge मिल जाएगा and these are somewhat rounded in shape. And then burins are also found here and other end scrapers is also found in which the end either lower or both ends are used as scraper. So these are the various tools found from Andhra Pradesh. Then comes the Madhya Pradesh and Bundelkhand region. यहाँ पर भी हमें middle Paleolithic sites मिलते हैं. From Bundelkhand region on the Betwa river, Gonchi and Sihora sites. Gonchi and Sihora sites are found in Bundelkhand region on Betwa river. Besides Narmada, Betwa, Shivna, Chambal, and other numerous other rivers give the evidences of rich Middle Paleolithic character from Madhya Pradesh. तो नर्मदा तो है ही important site, but Narmada Valley. But beside this, other rivers also show Middle Paleolithic characteristics. Like in Betwa River, Gonchi and Sihora sites from Bundelkhand region, and here the tool types are hand axes, choppers, cleavers, and Rhetus plates. So along with the Middle Paleolithic tools, hand axes, choppers, and cleavers, here some Rhetus plates are found. Side scrapers also found of 13 to 7 centimeter length. इन 7 to 13 सेंटीमीटर लेंथ के यहाँ पर हमको साइड स्क्रैपर्स तो मिलते हैं. तो साइड स्क्रैपर इज द यूनिक टूल ऑफ द होल मिडिल पैलेolithic, but along with the side scrapers and axes, choppers, cleavers, and Rhetus plates were also found. Then comes the Narmada Valley, and Narmada Valley shows two distinct varieties. First, the mosteroid variety, and the second is Simna to Damo variety. In this mosteroid variety, it shows without change in raw material, like in Bhimbetka. Bhimbetka में हमें कोई भी raw material में change नहीं मिलता है. Means the tool are made on quartzite, जो कि this raw material quartzite was also used for making tools during the lower Paleolithic India, and here also in case of Bhimbetka, and the tools are also made on quartzite. जैसा कि आंध्र प्रदेश में भी हम लोग ने देखा था कि tools were made on quartzite. Here in case of Bhimbetka, we also have evidence of tools made on quartzite. The next variety आती है Shivna to Damo variety. In Narmada Valley, we have two varieties: mosteroid variety which show no change in raw material, and Shivna to Damo variety which shows change in raw material. तो जिसमें कि आता है आपका भेड़ाघाट और नर्मदा इन जबलपुर. तो ये एक शिवना टू द मो वेराइटी हो सकती है जिसमें कि चर्ड साइड स्क्रैपर्स और क्लीवर्स पाए जाते हैं। एंड भीमबेटका की जो थर्ड F23 केव है जो कि वी एन मिश्रा ने एक्सकेवेट की थी, it shows no change in raw material and the tools are mostly side scrapers, blades, chopping tools had access here found. Then comes to the Belan Valley of Uttar Pradesh, and here also we have the evidences of chopping tools hand access along with the side scrapers, borers, and burins. So Belan Valley is also a site which shows the tools from all the three cultures: Lower Paleolithic culture, Middle Paleolithic culture, as well as the Upper Paleolithic culture. So here are some sites which show the characteristics from both all the three cultures, जिसमें कि नर्मदा वैली भी आती है, बेलन वैली आती है, नेवासा और ये नेवासियन कल्चर। तो इस तरह ये सारे जो है हमें शो करते हैं कि द टूल्स फ्रॉम ऑल द थ्री कल्चर। इन टिटवाना भी है राजस्थान से, जो वो भी जो है तीनों ही कल्चर के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक शो करता है। Then comes to the Upper Paleolithic culture in India. Upper Paleolithic culture is very different from European and African Upper Paleolithic. So Indian Upper Paleolithic is very different from European African Upper Paleolithic. Why? It is said that because here we have the absence of characteristic tools like leaf points, noise and bus burins. तो यहाँ पर हमको जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक टूल होता है, नोइज, बस ब्यूरिन और लीफ पॉइंट्स, जो कि अपर पैलेथिक यूरोप में मिलते थे, वो यहाँ पर नहीं मिलते हैं। कुछ एकाध साइट में ही हमें लीफ पॉइंट्स के प्रमाण मिलते हैं, बाकी सारी जो अपर पैलेथिक साइट्स में हमें लीफ पॉइंट्स, नोइज एंड बस ब्यूरिन नहीं मिलते हैं। और दूसरा जो एब्सेंस मिलता है वो यहाँ पर बोन टूल्स और आर्ट ऑब्जेक्ट्स की मिलती है। तो बिकॉज ऑफ द एब्सेंस ऑफ बोन टूल्स एंड आर्ट ऑब्जेक्ट्स and because of the absence of leaf points, noise and bus burin, because of these characteristic of which unique characteristic of the upper Paleolithic, ये इंडिया का जो upper Paleolithic is very different from European and African upper Paleolithic, and इसकी वजह से ही because of these means missing characters, due to these missing characters, upper Paleolithic India जो occurrence है, its occurrence is often claimed to be doubt. तो मीन्स आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट ने माना कि अपर पैलेथिक कल्चर इंडिया में था भी, इसका अनुमान लगाना उनके लिए कठिन होता था, बट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ वेरियस एविडेंसेस ऑफ अपर पैलेथिक blade tools from Renigunta, Bilaspur, Patne, Bhimbetka, Son and Belan valleys, Vishadi, Pushkar and Guljan Valley, they get the evidence of Upper Paleolithic in India. तो इंडिया में अपर पैलेथिक कल्चर था, इसके प्रमाण इन सारे साइट से मिलते हैं, बिकॉज द टूल्स आर वेरी सिमिलर टू द अपर पैलेथिक यूरोप एंड अफ्रीकन अपर पैलेथिक, only because of the absence of leaf points, noise and bus burin, and because of the absence of bone tools and art objects here in case of India, कुछ archaeologists ने इसको doubt किया, but later because of the discovery of blade tools from these sites, these various sites from India, it comes clear that in India also there was Upper Paleolithic period. India, the time period for Upper Paleolithic period is from 23,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago. तो 10,000 years ago तक ही चला, जैसा कि अपना means यूरोप के केस में भी जो Upper Paleolithic that ends at around 10,000 years ago, and that was started around 35,000 years ago, but here it started much later than Europe. It is 23,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago. The sites are आंध्र प्रदेश, जिसमें कि जो आंध्र प्रदेश की एक साइट है रेनीगुंटा, it's one of the most important site from Upper Paleolithic India. Renigunta in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh. Along the river Kallav, MLK Murthy reported 3 to 5 localities, namely Timmaya Gunta, Venkamanai Yanipalli, Chundi, Vedula Cheruva, and Nallagundu. So these are the 3 to 5 localities which were reported by M.L.K. Murthy along the river Kallav in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh, and the specific site is Renigunta. Last two yielded the upper Palatic characteristics with the late Stone Age. So last two, that is Vedula Cheruvu and Nalla Gondulu. ये दो साइट्स जो हैं इनसे हमको अपर पैथिक के प्रमाण मिलते हैं. And Nalla Gondlu, in Nalla Gondlu site, their trial trench of duct was made. Means 3 बार इसको means duct किया गया trial trench duct. At this site yielded 5,973 artifacts from nearly 18 centimeters below the surface. So here, this site yielded 5,973 artifacts, and upper Palatic tiles are made on olive green quartzite. यहाँ पर मीन्स मिडिल पैलेथिक के बाद अपर पैलेथिक में भी यहाँ पर क्वार्टजाइट पर ही मिल रहा है. द रॉ मटेरियल व्हिच वाज यूज्ड ड्यूरिंग द lower Palatic, while the late Palatic are made on milky quartzite. So here olive green quartzite and milky quartzite, two varieties are used in upper Palatic, Renigunta and Nalla Guntulu. Large number of blade tools like burins, back blades, awls, points, scrapers and choppers are found. तो जैसा कि जो अपर पैथिक टूल्स मोस्टली होते हैं, ब्यूरिंस, बैक ब्लेड्स, पॉइंट्स, स्क्रैपर्स, ये सभी यहाँ पर पाए गए along with some choppers, and blades of 10 centimeter length are found in large number. तो 10 centimeter length की blades बहुत large number में यहाँ पाई गई. The next important site from Andhra Pradesh is Mucchatala, Chintamani, and it is also in Kurnool of Andhra Pradesh. It is in Kurnool of Andhra Pradesh, and bone tools were found in large number. Here bone tools are found in very large number, and about 90.3% bone industry, while 9.7% is of stone industry. So stone tools are very less in number, while bone tools predominate with 90.3%, and unretouched blades except five side scrapers, 1 burin and 4 retouched flakes. तो 5 साइड स्क्रैपर्स, 1 ब्यूरिन और 4 रिटच फ्लेक्स मिलते हैं. बाकी सभी मोस्टली अनरिटच ब्लेड्स हैं. एंड बोन टूल्स कंप्राइजेस स्क्रैपर्स, परफोरेटर्स, चीजल्स, hoops, shoulder points, barbs and spatula. So these are the various tools which are made on bone in this site. And Sankalia found use of groove and splinter technique in the tools. तो बोन्स पर एंटलर या बोन्स पर यहाँ पर ग्रूव्स बनाए जाते थे, मीन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल ग्रूव्स बनाकर यहाँ पर इसको मीन्स ये हटा दिया जाता था. तो इस तरह के ग्रूव्स हमको मिले हैं यहाँ पर साइड में. जो बोन टूल्स बनाए गए उसमें हमको इस तरह के, because of these perforated grooves are found on most of the tools. Sankalia assumed that here the tool making technique was groove and splinter technique was used in making tools. Then Bilaspur cave is also one of the site from Andhra Pradesh in village K Kottala, Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. तो Kurnool का ही ये भी site है, and it is discovered by Robert Bruce Foote in 1884. So Robert Bruce Foote was the first who, for the first time, excavated the first Indian Paleolithic site from Pallavaram, Chennai. And here also he discovered in 1884 Bilaspur caves were also excavated by him in 1884, and it is a site in Andhra Pradesh. And Pallavaram was in Chennai. And some stone and bone tools like arrowheads, spearheads, chisels, awls, scrapers, knives are found along with animal remains, and some pottery remains are also found. तो यहाँ पर कुछ अपर पैलेथिक के भी प्रमाण मिलते हैं, and lower पैलेथिक के भी प्रमाण मिलते हैं. Means middle पैलेथिक also we have the evidences. तो ये arrowheads, spearheads, these are used for bow and arrow technique के लिए, means hunting की जाती रही होगी, ये show करते हैं. So these tools show that they started bow and arrow hunting. जैसा कि मिडिल पैलेथिक यूरोप में भी हमको बो एंड एरो हंटिंग के जो प्रमाण मिलते हैं फ्रॉम मिडिल एंड अपर पैलेथिक यूरोप. And here also we have the tools like arrowheads and spearheads, which shows that bow and arrow hunting was used. So whole middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic मोस्टली जो अर्ली जो हंटिंग टेक्निक्स थी वो बाद में धीरे धीरे चेंज होने लगती है, बो एंड एरो हंटिंग इवॉल्व होता है with the help of these tools. Then comes to the Madhya Pradesh. Here the site is Bhimbetka. Bhimbetka is a cave site in Raisen district, and this Bhimbetka gives the evidences of all the three cultures: lower, middle, and upper Palatic culture. Here 700 cave shelters का ये एक रॉक शेल्टर्स है, जिसमें कि 3F23 was excavated by B.N. मिश्रा, और बाकी जो है MS वाकंकर के द्वारा जो है वो नंबर किए गए थे। 3F23 cave yielded here in 6 to 10 centimeter blade tool industry. तो 3F23 cave में हमको 6 से 10 सेंटीमीटर साइज के ब्लेड टूल इंडस्ट्री मिलती है. These blade tools are mostly made here and including the end scrapers, burins and back blades. So these are the various blade tools which are found from 3F23 cave of Bhimbetka. Then another cave, that is 3A28. It is 3F23, it is 3A28, and this cave yielded 2 ostrich eggshell beads from Bhimbetka. तो यहाँ पर ऑस्ट्रिच के एगशेल बीड्स मिलते हैं, तो ये अनुमान लगा सकते हैं कि उस समय वहां पर ऑस्ट्रिच जो है वो बढ़ रही होगी in site of Bhimbetka. Then come to the Uttar Pradesh, and here we have Belan Valley, जो कि प्रतापगढ़ से लेकर इलाहाबाद तक के रीजन में फैली हुई है. एंड ये बेलन वैली में ही by G.R. Sharma, this Belan Valley was explored by G.R. Sharma and Desmond Clark between River Sone and Kamur Escarpment, and it was excavated at Baburi and Jogdaha in 1965. The two important sites of Belan Valley, Baburi and Jogdaha. 1965, it was excavated by G.R. Sharma, and the date is 17,000 BP. 4 alluvial deposition phases are found here: Sihaval, Patpara, Baghor, and Khetauni. These formations are reported, Sihaval, Patpara, Baghor, and Khetauni, and of these Baghor, that is the upper layer, बाघौर की जो 2 लेयर थी, लोअर एंड अपर, एंड बाघौर अपर लेयर शोज upper paleolithic tools like micro and macro blades, backed and truncated blades, prismatic cores and bladelets. तो यहाँ पर भी micro macro blades, backed और truncated blades जो कि shouldered blades हैं, इस तरह की कुछ हमको blades मिल जाती हैं. Then prismatic cores और bladelets भी मिलते हैं, जो शो करते हैं कि levelizing टेक्निक यूज की गई होगी. Carved and polished bone objects are found. Carved and polished bone objects are found and described as a mother goddess. तो यहाँ पर एक bone object मिलता है जिसको मिश्रा ने 1977 he described it as a mother goddess, mother figurine माना गया, लेकिन it is however not a female figurine, but a damaged bone harpoon of the early upper Paleolithic. And ये बताया नारिक ने 1993 में. तो studied by Narik in 1993, and he found that the mother goddess which was reported by Mishra was not a female figurine, but it was a damaged bone harpoon of the early upper Paleolithic. So these are the various evidences from Belan Valley, Allahabad. Then next is Patne site from Maharashtra in district Jalgaon. Here the evidence is of Indian ostrich eggshell. Indian ostrich eggshell मिलता है और 1 ostrich eggshell beads मिलती है जो कि around 25,000 years old मानी जाती है. And here it bears, this ostrich eggshell bears a non-figurative pattern engraved with a stone tool. माना जाता है कि किसी stone tool से इसको कुछ ostrich eggshell पर ही कुछ फिगर मतलब ऐसे ही कुछ मार्किंग की गई है जिसमें कि कोई ऐसा फिगर नहीं दिखाई देता है कि वो क्या बनाना चाहते थे, पर कुछ उन्होंने वहां पर उसमें बनाया हुआ है एक्सेल पर. तो ये माना जाता है कि किसी स्टोन टूल से इस ऑस्ट्रिच एक्सेल पर कुछ उन्होंने बनाना शुरू किया होगा. और कुछ एक्सेल बीड्स भी मिलती हैं, एक्सेल बीड्स मिलती है यहाँ पर, और ये in this also studied by Bednarik in 1997 So these are some findings from Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh. In this map, it shows Paleolithic sites in India, both means all the three Paleolithic sites, lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic sites. So, for example, here we have Didwana from Rajasthan, and Budha Pushkar is also Rajasthan. Budha Pushkar is upper Paleolithic site, while Didwana is shows all the three lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic site. Didwana ये इससे हमें तीनों के प्रमाण मिलते हैं और बुधा पुष्कर is only the upper Paleolithic site. Then come to Paisra is in Bihar, and Patpara, Baghor, Sihawal, these are the formations of Belan Valley, Uttar Pradesh. Then we have Nagarjun Konda from Andhra Pradesh, and this Nagarjun Konda is Middle Paleolithic site. Then Renigunta is Upper Paleolithic site from Andhra Pradesh. Atrika Pakkam from Kotalar Valley, Tamil Nadu. It gives evidences of lower Paleolithic culture. Then Inamgaon from Pune, Maharashtra. Bori is a site in Pune, Maharashtra where we have the earliest lower Paleolithic tools are found. Then here is Nevasa, very important site from Maharashtra, which gives the evidences of lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic culture. Uh, and there are some other cave sites like here we have Adamgarh and Bhimbetka caves along the Narmada Valley. And in Adamgarh we have the evidences of lower Paleolithic culture, but at Bhimbetka we have the evidences of all the three cultures, lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic culture. So these are the various sites from all around India, and these have these gives the evidences. Here we have Umreti from Gujarat, so Patne also in Maharashtra. So these are the various sites from Paleolithic sites in India, and which gives the evidences of lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic culture. With this, I conclude this lecture. Thank you very much. Meet you in next class. Thank you all for joining this class. Meet you next lecture.